Welcome to my channel, The Three Mountains. Today I want to leave you with some teachings on love. And to do this, I'm going to start by saying that love comes from being next to that special person who makes us feel an electricity. Our cheeks go red, we flush, his touch or her touch makes us feel this electric current that runs all over our body. When we are in love, just one look into his or her eyes is enough to make our heart beat fast. So we feel that love is there. Now, if you are in love, then there is that special thing going on between you two, that only you can feel it very deep. It's not something that has to do with money, with lust. It's not something, it's something that cannot be touched. It's felt in the heart, and you can feel it all over your body. So if you feel like this, then you are in love. But really, I ask you this question. The Master says that if you are truly in love, then you need to ask yourself, will you offer your life in exchange for that person, for he or she to live, no matter if you die? Will you care that much for her, for him? So if your answer is yes, then you are in love. If your answer is no, then better you walk away. I mean, this is if you're single and you want to enter a relationship and you feel you're in love, you think you're in love. Ask yourself that question. Will you give up to the last drop of your blood for your beloved one, so that the beloved one lives no matter if you die? If the answer is yes, then you are in love, like Romeo and Juliet. If the answer is no, then you are not in love. Now, for people who are in a relationship, if you are married in a relationship, you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, you live together, please don't go away. Stay, because this video is for you. I want to share with you my experience now. We have heard what the Master says about love, but now I want to tell you a little bit about me, because my experience or what I lived through may help you. That's the only reason. I wanted to do the path. I had followed the path. I had spent 6 months reading all about the path, the tests on the mountains. I wanted to get on with it. And sadly, I was in a relationship and I was stuck, because these teachings on love did not match my reality. I was not in love. I did not feel anything for him in my heart. I was stuck, so I confess that. And I didn't know what to do. I do remember that my love was towards Jesus, the cross, the path. And well, I remember, let me move this picture now, and I show you the next one. I remember one day I was in the living room sitting with him, and we were living together, and I was making a drawing about the face of Jesus. And I didn't feel like doing anything, nor cooking, nor nothing motivated me. And I remember that I was only focusing on that drawing. Excuse me, my drawings now is just for illustration purposes. And I had just started on these teachings and learning about all the path and everything. And I wanted to get on with it, but I was stuck. Because I didn't feel anything for him, really, and that was the truth. But I didn't know what to do, what's next. So I was waiting, to hear a sign, a signal, something. And that night it happened. I went to sleep, and in the astral, this drawing, the face of Jesus, became alive. And I heard a voice saying that he was saying to me, if you love me, then love him. And then I woke up and I was on my bed. And I understood that I was doing things wrong. That if I wanted to follow Jesus, do the path, I needed to start loving the person that God gave me right next to me. Right, he was sitting right there every day. He was with me and I could not see him. So I started to change. Let me change this picture now. And I started to follow this teaching that you need to understand. If you are in a relationship, you are with somebody, you need to understand that the other person is a mirror of our defects. Yeah, so whatever egos you have that separate your feelings from that person, you need to start working on them and killing them so that the separation is there no more. And that's what I did. I started working on myself, on the things that I didn't like about him. I kept on working on my defects. So whatever you don't like about him or her, deep down, it's an ego or egos in plural in you. Following this teaching, I started to absorb his way of being, understand him, forget about myself, about me first. And I started to love him. Although I was not feeling anything, but I started working on it and working with alchemy. So alchemy replaced that separation, that distance between him and her. I became the lover. He was the loved one, and I became the lover. I did everything for him to feel loved, and it worked. After some time, the differences, the negativity, all that separated me from him, my world and his world at the beginning, we were incompatible. But I worked on it, and then we fused into one another. And alchemy helped me wash my egos, and that distance was there no more. So finally, I was in love at the end of some period of having worked deeply inside me. So my advice to you is, if you are in a relationship and you don't feel the love or the electricity, then you need to work on yourself and on your egos. Where there is no love, put love, and then you will find love. I leave you with this teaching today, and I hope it helps you, because one thing is the theory, another thing is the practice. And if you are like me, like I was, stuck and eager to start the path of the mountains and get on with it and ascend, but I was not with the right person, or I thought I was with the wrong person, then you are wrong. You have egos to work on before you become full of love. Up to here. I see you in my next video.